Right, Gary, you like to finish with a really tough one, don't you? Same last year at Wimbledon away,
Yeah,
team from a high division, and now it's Rovers away. So is that specifically brought in at the end to sort of give you the best possible test?
it is, and it gives you the best possible sighting, if you like, of how your team's doing and where it needs to be. We need to be where Bristol Rovers are at the minute at the next level, and if we can compete and play our game and give them a problem again and give ourselves every chance of winning a game like that, then you know that you're sort of more or less ready for the start of the season. I mean, we've had the problem of waiting for a couple of players, and we've had to wait, quite a long time, and it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off, so you're probably going to ask me, but I'll stop you needing to ask me. And the problem is we still don't know whether they'll be involved on Sunday. I'd like them to be involved on Sunday, but there's still complications at their own clubs. So what do? Do you bring in people? I've got lists as long as my arm for goalkeepers that want to come in, centre halves that want to come in, and but it's the evil we know. If that turns up trumps, then at least they'll know exactly how we play, and it wouldn't really matter that they've missed the opening games of pre-season. So we may be a couple short of what I would have played, but it does give everybody else a little bit of an opportunity.
Yeah, is Lucic the most likely goalkeeper? Is that the one you're trying to get in there? He has signed for Bristol City now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he signed for Bristol City. Of course, his complications will be work permits and things like that. Now he's actually physically signed. I think Bristol City may want to keep him for a little while just to get him active, get him fit, because I don't think he's done much recently. So we're just keeping an eye on that one at the moment. We'll see. We're hoping that Callum will be fit. But he's 50-50 with his slight injury, so it's a little bit of a nuisance going into the last game before the season starts, but we'll be all right.
Yeah, you said after the game on Monday that Dylan was now over, the Dylan situation. He really wants to come, doesn't he? Everyone seems to know that he wants to come. He loved it here last year, but is it just a case of you couldn't leave it any longer for Charlton to arrange their situation before, it's getting too close to the season?
Yeah, well, I owed it to our lads to be looking for someone else because we needed to get someone in, first team goalkeeper in. And we are doing that, and we are on the verge of 2 or 3 goalkeepers. But until one of those goalkeepers signs on the dotted line, the Dylan deal could any day be different. But I had to tell everyone that now we're actively looking for a new goalkeeper. Of course, we've got Jonathan Flats as well that we know and trust, and I don't think he's gone anywhere yet. So we're just trying to, with these new loan rules, people are pretty reluctant really to let too many people out on loan because they lose them for 6 months, and you can't get anyone in during the transfer loan window, outside the windows. It's a slightly different rule for goalkeepers, but it still means it's difficult to get another goalie in, although you can call a goalie back. So it's a catch-22 situation.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you about Reece, Gary, as well, because he came back looking good, played well against Bath, didn't he? Obviously the plan is for him to go out and get some football this season. He did that last year, but he got sent off, didn't he? So it didn't end up getting games. But no. Has he really come on in the last 12 months?
He's come on, yeah. Reece is only, 18, 19. So we love having him around. He's happy to do shooting sessions when the boys want to do it. You get older goalies that don't do shooting on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. You know what I mean? And you think, well, when do you do it? But Reece is happy to throw himself about all day, every day, and the lads like him. So he's going to get better. He's doing a lot of work with Bookie. He feels that he's improving, definitely. But like everything else, these young lads need games. He's not ready yet for the Football League, but it's certainly helping him get towards that goal. the work he's doing, and alone with a men's team as such.
Yeah. Final question on goalkeepers. You have got a really good record on goalkeepers over the years, haven't you? Whether it be loan sort of players you brought through, and this time last year you had to put a team together from scratch. So even though you'd rather have had the keeper situation sorted, are you quite comfortable with most of the team is there, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got enough. Yeah, I've got enough friends out there to know that I can, make when I make that decision that someone's coming in. That's it. So as I say, that sort of Dylan spinning plate is just about to drop. It had dropped, but I picked it up and started it again because until we get someone in, but I can't wait. It really is wobbling at the moment, absolutely. But I know that we've got 2 or 3 on the go at the moment, and it's just getting the right one. Funnily enough, there's too big a choice. It's a strange one because once people think that you need a goalkeeper, you get all the agents, a lot of clubs, and they all want their goalkeepers playing in the league. And as you say, I've done well for goalkeepers over the years, and there's a lot of people who'd like to come.
Yeah. So on Monday, you said you were pleased with the performance overall, and obviously Bristol City were good, but were you quite pleased with the way you lived with them at times when they were turning on the style?
I was, because it was a fitness thing as well, and they had a great 15 minutes, and I kept saying to the boys, they won't be able to play that intensity and that type of game with all their rotation for 90 minutes, so they will slow up. They'll have the momentum, and then we got to wrestle the momentum back with our fitness and with our play. Pelly put himself about on a couple of tackles, which upset a few, but at least, we stopped him doing that, but at least it ruffled a few feathers, as he said. And it just meant that, the boys wanted to stay in it, and they did. And it made it a very good competitive football match, because I thought we played some good football as well, especially in the second half, but even later on in the first half.
Yeah, so you've got just over a week now till Orient. What are you looking for? One game left, and obviously another week of training. What are you going to try and get out of this?
Well, we've got to just sharpen everyone up. We've had lads like Munsey, like Amari, Morgan Smith, that have had injuries, dates even, and Whitehead's come in, a great player, and he will be a great player for us, but he come in with, probably 2 or 3 weeks behind in his fitness, and certainly his match sharpness. So we need to just give as many of them as possible that match the games, so that they get that match sharpness, so that we got a squad of, I can look round on the bench and think, yeah, they're ready, and certainly the ones you put out on the pitch, you can say, yeah, they're ready. So it's that sharpness really, and that looking forward to going into the Leyton Orient game.
Yeah, last one, Gary. This time last year, it wasn't your choice, but it was called bounce back season, and everybody knew. We were told you had to.
We don't want to bounce back this season. That means we bounce back to the Vanarama National League, so we can throw that sign away.
Yeah, get rid of that one. But what do you want the expectations to be? Because nobody's going to tell you have to get promoted this season like they did last year. It was very unusual sort of pressure, wasn't it?
Well, they don't have to really. I mean, supporters turn up to see their team putting in an effort, winning football matches enough to keep their team competing in the league they're in, and really that's the least supporters expect. And if you're up there, it becomes more interesting season when you're up there. If you can be competing in the top 10 for the whole season, knowing that there's seven places up for grabs, 4 in the playoffs and 3 promotion places. So we're going to try and be the best we can. And most promotions that I've had, the following season we've either got promoted or been very close. So I'm hoping that this group will be no different, but we'll wait and see.
No bouncing. Cheers, Gary.
No problem.
Thanks a lot.